Unveiling the new look of Guinness. Discover a colorful world of more.
All right, time for some sports news. Here's Ayo Tunde Balogun. Ayo.
Thank you very much. Well, 2013 FIFA Under-17 World Cup most valuable player Kelechi Iheanacho and Isaac Success have been named in a 35-man provisional squad expected to reconvene at their Abuja training camp ahead of a 2015 African Youth Championship qualifier. Iheanacho is on the books of Manchester City, while Success has just recently teamed up with Granada Football Club in Spain. Well, the Nigeria Football Federation have revealed that this year's Federation Cup competition will kick off with the state preliminaries on Saturday, April the 5th. Well, the state finals are scheduled for Sunday, May the 4th across the Federation, while the playoff matches will be played over the days of May the 14th and the 15th. Well, Liverpool moved up to a point behind Chelsea following a 2-1 win over Sunderland in one of the games decided in the English Premier League. Well, Liverpool now have 68 points from 31 matches. Well, in the second game of the night in the Barclays Premier League, West Ham United bounced back from their 2-0 loss to Man United at Upton Park to beat 10-man Hull City by 2-1. Nigeria's Yahaya Abubakar Hasiatu has qualified for the judo event of the 2014 Youth Olympic Games in China. Hasiatu, who qualified by the universality system of the International Judo Federation, will represent Nigeria in the female over 52 kilogram and under 63 kilogram weight categories. And finally, the Los Angeles Lakers scored a franchise 51 points in the third quarter to cruise to victory against the New York Knicks. Well, Xavier Henry led the way with 22 points, and Nick Young hit 5 three-pointers to tally to 20 points for the LA Lakers. Well, that's it in sports news. The news at 10 continues shortly.
Unveiling the new look of Guinness. Discover a colorful world of more.
On the foreign scene now, Egypt's military chief, Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, has announced that he's resigned his current position to stand for the presidency. Well, he made the widely expected announcement on state television today. Mr. Sisi led the overthrow of President Mohamed Morsi last year following mass opposition protests. He's said to be well positioned to win the presidential poll, given his popularity and the lack of any serious rivals. Well, Cynthia Are has more stories on the foreign scene.
Yes, that was indeed the case, and some of the objects captured by the France-based Airbus appeared bright and could also be made of solid material. Flight MH370 from Kuala Lumpur to Beijing disappeared on the 8th of March with 239 people on board. Also today, U.S. President Barack Obama is in Brussels for talks with leaders of the European Union and NATO to discuss Ukraine and other transatlantic issues. In a major speech, he stressed the importance of the European security to the U.S. and warned Russia against threatening international stability. Then authorities have recovered the bodies of 2 more people killed in a massive mudslide in the United States of Washington, bringing the total to 16. The officials said they thought they had located 8 more bodies under the mud, but were unable to retrieve them. For now, as many as 176 people remain unaccounted for. Finally, Turkish Twitter users are expected to regain access shortly after a court ordered the suspension of the ban of the social media site. The court in the capital, Ankara, issued a stay of execution on last week's decision by the country's telecommunication authority. Once the court informs the TIB, the ban is expected to be lifted. And those are the top stories on the foreign scene.
Thanks a lot, Cynthia. And the main news again. The Lamido of Adamawa and delegate to the National Conference has threatened to walk out with other delegates from the state following the voting pattern disagreement. And the Sultan of Sokoto has led the Nigerian Islamic Council members to meet with the president over poor representation at the confab. And then efforts to locate 122 objects identified by satellite in the search for missing Malaysian plane have not been successful, with the search aircraft leaving the